This is WDAM 7 Sunrise.
Good morning, Pineville. Thank you all for waking up with us on this Tuesday, August 7th. I'm Blair Leday.
And I'm Mike McDaniel. Hope your day's going well so far. Quimitra Wilborn is live in Jones County this morning with a rundown of what you need to know while sending all those kiddos back to school.
Before we check in with her, we're going to check in with Patrick, who is in your First Alert Weather Center with your forecast.
And good morning, everybody. We got flashing lights everywhere, from that Laurel Patrol Tahoe to the graphic behind you. Hey, be careful if you're heading out today. Add a little extra time because, as you remember, yesterday was the first day of school for most of you, and you're going to have a lot of school buses out there, so you're going to have to get used to that plan of action for today. Now, as we take a live look, 72 degrees as we start off your day out at Petro Nissan on the west side of Hattiesburg. Beautiful sunrise going on this morning, and as we look around the area, temperatures generally sitting into the 70s. 72 in Laurel, 73 in Laurel, 72 in Hattiesburg, 72 in McGee, 71 in Columbia, and it's 74 down towards Loosedale. But as you get those kiddos ready for the bus stop this morning, temperatures into the low 70s this morning, 94 this afternoon. Now, we got a cool down coming. We'll talk about it in just a few.
Thank you, Patrick. Well, this week kicks off the first week of school, meaning you need to pump the brakes and be more mindful out on those roads during early morning and afternoon commutes.
Yeah, you don't want to see those blue lights flashing behind you.
Right.
Will Warren joins us live from Laurel with a traffic cop who says when it comes to road safety, his biggest concern, the kids. Quimitra, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, guys. I mean, like you said, I'm out here in Laurel. I'm actually right in front of Maddox Elementary School. I'm here with Corporal Kenny Rogers with the Laurel Police Department. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, that's good. So, I mean, tell me, you've been doing this for about 13 years now, and what are some of the most common things you hear from people when they're out here speeding, especially during these school zones?
Well, they tell me their brakes went out, they're in a hurry. They didn't see the school zone sign flashing. Just lame excuse, you ask me.
So, I mean, you tell me you're pretty passionate about what you do. Why are you so passionate about being out here?
Well, it's for the safety of the kids. Sometimes I'm on the eyes that they have out here. You know, on the safety that they have out here is me, you know. People come down through here flying and don't see a child, and my job is to make sure they see their child coming down through here. Coming too fast, sometimes you won't see a child out here. So my job out here is to make sure the kids stay safe at all times. I do the best I can at it.
All right, thank you very much. Now, in the next half hour, we'll have more with Officer Rogers here about the safety, and we'll also go into some of the penalties regarding speeding during the school zones or around children. Live in Laurel, Quimitra Wilborn, WDAM on your side.
Thank you, ma'am. Thousands of Mississippi students are reflecting on their summers as they head back to school. Teachers, meanwhile, have been preparing lesson plans, but they've also been learning ways to keep their students safe. The Petal School District implements new safety procedures this school year. A new text messaging feature is available for students, teachers, staff, and parents. Now, with this text messaging system, you can report a crime, a threat, someone in need of help, and even bullying while staying anonymous. The district is also highlighting distracted driving.
So what we would ask is, as part of that procedure, if there are things that need to be changed, items you need to talk to about that bus driver, please contact our transportation office.
Following mass school shootings across the nation, the district took a proactive approach over the summer. All members are now trained and prepared for any active shooter situation. Teachers down in D'Iberville have also been learning ways to keep their students safe inside the classroom.
That's right. Christina Garcia takes us to an active shooter training.
Gunshots at school can send an entire campus into a frenzy. Watching disturbing yet impactful videos on active shootings, D'Iberville middle and elementary school teachers learned preparing for classroom instruction goes hand in hand with formulating a strategy to deal with an active shooter.
We do not recommend hide and hope, okay? You're going to hide and hope that the shooter doesn't find you. Hide and hope. Please get there fast.
This training taught by D'Iberville Police is called CRAZE, Civilian Response to Active Shooter Events.
In the world that we live in right now, you never know, and so preparation is key, being prepared for anything.
Captain Shannon Nobles says the teachers and students are well versed on what to do in a lockdown, but he says they need to have an idea for if that plan fails.
What would you do if something like that happened and you wasn't in the classroom? Okay? The classroom is going to be the safest place, but what if it happens during class change or during a fire drill?
Nobles gave the teachers this easy reminder: avoid, deny, defend, aka add.
All right, so the first step's going to be you want to avoid the active shooter.
The next step is to deny access to the shooter, for example, locking a door or barricading an entrance. Lastly, if they are forced into a face-to-face confrontation with a shooter, Noble says they have a right to defend themselves and their students.
You really kind of form a bond with them, and I know personally that I will do whatever it takes to keep them safe.
It's hard to predict if or when a situation like this will occur. At least now, these educators know they and their students have a better chance of survival thanks to this crucial training.
According to Harrison County School District, all the schools in the district will take a part in this GRACE training.
Now, last year, the district was the first in the state to request the course. Since then, the Department of Education has recommended all schools do the training.
Hattiesburg police helped kids get ready for class with a back-to-school shopping trip. They met students at the Walmart on Highway 49 to pick out clothes and school supplies. Officers teamed up with families to make sure the kids have what they need for a successful school year. As parents and students try to wrap up last-minute shopping, Steve Williams has details on just how much it's costing you in your morning money.
Back-to-school spending is expected to be hotter than ever this year. More people have been shopping earlier than usual. In fact, 3/4 hit the stores at least 3 weeks before the first day of school. The National Retail Federation predicts total spending for school and college combined will top $83 billion. The families with children in elementary through high school will spend $684 on average. Clothing tops their list, followed by electronics, shoes, and school supplies. Those heading off to college are spending $942 on average. That's a record high. They'll shell out the most money on electronics, followed by clothing and dorm room furnishings. With your morning money, Steve Williams, WDAM, on your side.
The start of the new school year can be extremely stressful to some students. Doctors at UMMC say anxiety could be so bad for some kids they show physical symptoms like vomiting and headaches. If your child exhibits those signs of stress, it might be time to seek help from a medical professional who can help you find the root of that anxiety and teach your child coping mechanisms.
Part of it could be just natural transition to a new grade, a new school, so more of a fear of the unknown that might be the basis of it. Other times it's things that may have even happened the past year. They're coming back into a situation where bullying may have happened, so or they're unsure about their grade and performance.
To read more about ways to cope with back-to-school anxiety, head over to our website at WDAM.com.
A 14-year-old is back with his family after going missing from his Olive Branch home last week. John Peel says his son turned himself in to police in Illinois. Police say the teen was communicating with someone through an app for video game enthusiasts called Discord. Authorities say this is an example of parents needing to pay close attention to what their kids are doing on social media.
You don't even see it coming sometimes. All you know is your child is being this normal teenager. The next thing you know, without any warning, they're gone. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Now, Peel says he isn't mad his son left. He's just grateful his son is back home.
In sports, Ole Miss is ready to debut its new on-field mascot. The Land Shark is unveiled this upcoming Saturday at a fan event for Ole Miss football. The new mascot replaces Rebel Black Bear, the replacement of Colonel Reb. Over 81% of more than 4,100 votes cast in September by the Ole Miss student body supported the change of mascot to the Land Shark. This morning's player of the Pine Belt is Bay Springs running back Anson Wyndham, also known as Debo. Taylor Corrett will tell you all about how he got the nickname, but for now, here's a preview.
I remember 2 years ago I was on scout offense, but now I'm rushing over 1,000 yards. It feels good. Coach Brady pushed me. They just believe in me. They believe in me when I ain't believing myself.
He continued to work hard, just got after it on the scout team offense and just got beat up pretty much every day and just worked hard, and he's grown up a lot the last few years. I'm real proud of, the man he's become.
We'll have this full story coming up at 6:30. In the meantime, don't forget to download the WDAM 7 Game Time app for the latest Pine Belt sports.
The Aviation Museum down in Gulfport gets a new addition to the collection. Check it out. Workers began moving the Cessna Skymaster plane to the museum. Now, this plane model was used in the Vietnam War as a spotter plane. Once in place at the museum, it will be painted to look like a war-era plane. It used to be privately owned, but the owner saw fit to donate it.
Been damaged by Katrina, and it was too far gone to get it airborne. So I said the best way I can do is let's make it use of it at the museum.
Now they expect the plane to attract visitors from across the country. Coming up, the summer heat comes with a crawling warning from the brown recluse spider.
And if you're about to head out the door to get your day kicked off, here's a live look at your traffic in the Pine Belt. This is Highway 49 near Southgate Road. No problems to report to you there. Don't forget, we are streaming live on WDAM.com and on our WDAM 7 News app.
And it's going to be another hot day out there across the areas. We top out into the mid-90s, but relief is on the way. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes.